A haunting question echoes through the deafening silence of the modern world, a question that pierces to the very core of our being. If a nation as formidable and seemingly invincible as the United States of America can be consumed by the wrath of nature in a single terrifying night, what truly awaits the rest of global civilization, so much more fragile by comparison? This chilling reality is no longer a mere abstract hypothesis. It is a dark chapter etched irrevocably into the annals of history, a stark reminder of our vulnerability. The tragedy of the catastrophic flooding that ravaged the state of Texas on July 6, 2025, now stands as one of the deadliest natural disasters to ever strike the southern regions of the United States in the last decade. One could almost feel the very pulse of life in Texas falter, paralyzed beneath the relentless, unforgiving onslaught of floodwaters. Consequently, as of this report, the sorrowful toll has already climbed to over 80 human lives tragically extinguished, a number that includes the heartbreaking loss of 28 innocent children. Thousands of homes, once silent witnesses to the laughter and tears of their inhabitants, were swept away from their foundations, leaving behind only a gaping, painful void. The devastation was absolute, the scenes of loss and grief almost unbearable to witness. Ironically, this colossal calamity struck at a pivotal moment, as the United States of America was deeply engaged, providing comprehensive support for Israel's military actions in the Gaza Strip. This circumstance inevitably raises a profound dilemma. Is this event merely a natural disaster, a tragic accident of fate, or is it a stark omen, a sign that the world, in all its complexity and sins, stands in line for cosmic judgment? The timing of the disaster, coupled with the ongoing conflict, felt almost biblical in its implications. Therefore, continue to follow this narrative closely to the very end, for there exists a concealed fact concerning Texas's fundamental role in the Palestinian conflict, a fact that will irrevocably alter your perception and unveil the true meaning hidden behind this world-shattering catastrophe. Understanding this connection is crucial to grasping the full scope of the tragedy and its potential implications. The region bearing the brunt of the elemental fury was Kerr County, encompassing the city of Kerrville and the area of Camp Mystic, a summer retreat designed specifically for women. The camp, a place of joy and camaraderie, was utterly devastated, its idyllic setting transformed into a scene of unimaginable destruction. Moreover, the cataclysmic flood wrought devastation across a wider swathe of territory, obliterating communities within Travis County, Bernard County, Kendall County, Tom Green County, and Williamson County. Hundreds of residential structures were submerged, their rooftops vanishing beneath the raging waters, while bridges, vital arteries for transportation, crumbled into heaps of twisted metal and shattered concrete. The very fabric of the road network was rent asunder, leaving entire populations marooned and isolated. A vast number of families found themselves trapped, helpless and vulnerable, in campgrounds and the rugged, hilly terrain, cut off entirely from the outside world. By Monday, the confirmed death toll had climbed to a staggering 82 souls, a figure made all the more heart-wrenching by the realization that 28 of the deceased were children, their lives tragically cut short. 10 young girls, accompanied by a single counselor from Camp Mystic, remained unaccounted for, their fate still shrouded in uncertainty. They were last seen either inside their cabins or desperately attempting to flee along a trail when the initial surge of the floodwaters struck with unrelenting force. An almost unbelievable tale of survival emerged, the story of a young girl who, against all odds, managed to survive after traversing over 20 miles through the churning, turbulent currents before being rescued, clinging desperately to a tree trunk, her strength nearly exhausted. Over 850 individuals were successfully evacuated in the first 36 hours of the rescue operation, a massive undertaking involving a coordinated effort with helicopters, drones, inflatable boats, and brave personnel who ventured into hazardous, snake-infested areas. However, as each hour ticked by, the hope of discovering more survivors began to dwindle precipitously, casting a pall of despair over the scene. Families of the victims began to arrive at the disaster site starting Sunday morning, their hearts shattered beyond repair, to witness the utter ruin of the cabins and to desperately search for remnants of their loved ones' belongings. An atmosphere of profound grief permeated the entire area, with heartrending sobs echoing through the landscape, as someone unearthed a cherished item once belonging to their deceased child or relative. The scale of the loss was almost incomprehensible. The catastrophic flooding, which has ravaged a significant portion of Texas, has not only claimed countless lives and crippled essential infrastructure, but has also unexpectedly opened Pandora's box, reigniting fervent debates about morality and the trajectory of United States foreign policy. This heartbreaking tragedy occurred in a region long recognized as the heartland of the energy industry, a bastion of conservative political power within the U.S., and a center of unwavering, steadfast support for Israel in the ongoing, tumultuous conflict in the Gaza Strip. This confluence of factors has added a layer of complexity to the already devastating situation, raising difficult questions about priorities and values in the face of such profound suffering. Texas is far more than just another state. It reigns supreme as the foremost oil producer within the United States. More crucially, it serves as a vital logistical hub and the location of key military installations for the substantial transfer of military aid to Israel. Striking, undeniable evidence of this role can be seen in the documented dispatch of two colossal C-17 Globemaster III military transport aircraft. These behemoths of the sky embarked from Fort Cavazos in Texas and touched down in southern Israel a mere hour before a cataclysmic flood devastated the Texan landscape. A truly unsettling coincidence. This particular delivery represented the sixth and seventh such airlift within a mere 24-hour period. Furthermore, it delivered state-of-the-art air defense equipment and a contingent of American military personnel directly into the heart of a region fraught with conflict, escalating tensions even further. Verified military intelligence substantiates that Fort Cavazos, along with other strategic bases like Joint Base San Antonio, has become pivotal nodes in a supply chain channeling artillery systems, rockets, and advanced radar defense systems to Israel since October 2023. In essence, the very soil of Texas is the launchpad from which the Zionist military machine is relentlessly provisioned with munitions and technology, thereby enabling the continuation of its operations. The Holy Quran offers a profoundly clear and stern admonition. And fear a trial which will not strike those exclusively who have wronged among you, and know that Allah is severe in penalty. This verse transcends a mere spiritual caution of a personal nature. It stands as a foundational societal precept. Indeed, if a nation knowingly permits injustice to proliferate unchecked or unresisted, divine retribution or grievous consequences may descend upon all strata of society, impacting even those who deem themselves innocent bystanders. The poignant question that now hangs heavy in the air is this: was the horrifying flood in Texas a mere accident, a random tragedy devoid of deeper meaning? Or was it, perchance, a stark sign, a tangible manifestation of the principle that support for injustice, even when enacted from afar, invariably carries a steep price, a debt that must ultimately be paid? 8 years prior, a proposal for the establishment of an early flood warning system along the Guadalupe River basin was formally presented. Yet, this critically important proposition languished, tragically, without any concrete action. All this happened while the region, infamously known as Flash Flood Alley, was regularly filled with children attending summer camps. A fact that makes this inaction all the more heartbreaking. Instead of investing in crucial infrastructure like sirens or deploying automated water level sensors, local authorities at the time unfortunately opted for a rudimentary system. This system depended solely on verbal communication between camp leaders, a tragically flawed approach in hindsight. As a consequence, when the devastating floodwaters relentlessly descended upon Kerr County last week, no sirens pierced the air with their urgent warning. No effective early warning system managed to reach the vulnerable populace in time to make a difference. Text messages were indeed dispatched, but these digital alerts were frustratingly tardy, arriving when the deluge was already upon them. Many residents, caught completely off guard, didn't even have the opportunity to read the crucial messages before disaster struck. One can only imagine the rising panic and feeling of helplessness as the waters rose. The painful irony is that a comprehensive alert system, estimated to cost $1 million, had been proposed previously. However, this life-saving initiative was ultimately rejected, deemed too costly by those holding the purse strings. Even during the most recent budget meeting, this vital alert system was still not considered a priority, lamented Rob Kelly, the Kerr County judge, encapsulating the community's collective regret. The taxpayers simply weren't willing to fund it. His words carry the heavy weight of what could have been. Now, in the aftermath of this catastrophic event, the residents of Kerr County are left with the heartbreaking task of sifting through the debris and wreckage. As they pick up the pieces, they are undoubtedly grappling with profound sorrow and regret over the decisions made in the past, decisions that prioritize short-term financial considerations over the safety and well-being of the community. The flood has tragically exposed the true cost of this fiscal conservatism, leaving an indelible scar on the landscape and the hearts of its people. The disaster serves as a stark reminder that preventative measures, while sometimes seemingly expensive, are ultimately invaluable when it comes to safeguarding lives and property.